Hello everyone, this is Kimlin Tombathi, filming and casting from Windsor, Canada, and today I have a very special guest for you to meet. It is Kristina Bradt. Tell us about yourself.
Hi there, I'm Kristina. I am a local artist from Windsor. I also work in arts administration, and I just love public art and bringing art into the community, and that's what brought me to the Tiny Art Vending Machine project.
What the heck is a Tiny Art Vending Machine?
So the Tiny Art Vending Machine is a vending machine that travels around Windsor, Essex, and it's filled with a ton of tiny art that's been commissioned from local artists. And when you put a couple of toonies in and you give it a big spin, what pops out is a capsule filled with tiny artwork.
Can you show us one of those capsules?
Yeah, absolutely. So every capsule is 4 inches in diameter. You open it up, you can kind of see there's something in there, but you don't know exactly what you're going to get. And when you open it, for example, you might get a tiny watercolor. So this is an original watercolor. It's part of one larger piece. The artist is Chloe Klemicki, and she actually cut up one giant watercolor artwork that she created. So everyone that gets a piece in the machine gets a piece of that artwork.
So if they ever meet, they can put the jigsaw puzzle together.
And you can actually scan it on the back, and you can see the full piece online on her website.
Oh.
Yeah, very cool, right?
Very cool. Oh, I want to see a few more.
Yeah.
This is so exciting.
So that was Chloe. We also have, I think this one is Bridgette Burke. We'll see, sometimes they're a little hard to open. Yes! So we have this other illustration by Bridgette Burke. So she did an original ink drawing and then she turned it into these tiny prints. They're all 4x4. She did 3 different styles for the machine, so you could get one of 3 different types from Bridgette as well.
Can you pick which artist you want, or is it all by chance?
All by chance, all random. So I do usually have some information with the machine when I go out to different places, and it'll tell you about who the artists are, but it won't tell you what kind of artwork's in there or which one you'll get in each capsule. But I've commissioned 8 artists so far, with another on the way. And that means there's actually over 24 different pieces that you might get in the machine.
Oh my goodness, that's so exciting. Now, how do the sites luckily get a vending machine?
So when I first started the project, I reached out. I did kind of these cold call emails to see what they were up to, if they're interested. I tried to pick places that were either arts oriented or arts adjacent. So for example, I started this at the Ottawa Street Market when it opened on June 18th, and we were just outside a little cafe here in Windsor called Cafe Amore. And it's a family-owned business. They have fantastic cuisine, coffee, the best matcha in the city, some of the best lattes as well. And they always support local artists. So I wanted to make sure I brought the vending machine there because we could support artists that way as well.
So exciting. Oh, Kristina, how did you get started? Are you an artist yourself? What's your media?
Yeah, I'm an artist. I graduated from the local university here, University of Windsor, in 2017 in the BFA Visual Arts program. I'd say I'm more multidisciplinary, kind of all over the board. I'm really interested in public art right now, but I'd say in my personal practice at home, I work in watercolor and printmaking, and I also like to do some installation-based artwork.
Hence the
Tiny Art Vending
Machine. That is so awesome. Now, Kristina, tell me, that's a young upcoming artist, how can they be a part of this project?
Yeah, so there's a few different ways to participate. I have been actively representing myself as a curator for this project. So I've been reaching out, looking at artists online or seeing other artists that interact with spaces around the city and asking them to participate. I'm hoping in the future to do an open call so people can, just anyone, maybe it's someone I don't know or I haven't experienced yet, and that's part of what the vending machine culture is supposed to be as well. But they can come by and see it in all of the different locations. We've been at 6 locations now. I have 3 more in the works for the fall to bring it out into the county, so like in Kingsville and Essex and other little towns that are within half an hour from here. They could also check it out online. I'm on Instagram and they can interact that way. If someone wants to give the capsule back to me, I also started a recycling program. So if they recycle the capsule, I get to keep my plastic consumption down. It also keeps the cost down for the machine, and they get entered into win a draw of some tiny art.
Oh,
yeah.
that's so super cute. So
Yeah.
you're also, what I'm hearing is you're being very creative and incentivizing a recycling program.
Yeah.
So, promoting a green earth, but you're also wanting people to interact a little bit more. Just by sending in that ball, they're also interacting with you again and procuring another piece if they're lucky.
Absolutely.
Yes, that is so super exciting. Now, I'm going to ask the same question as I did TJ. I'm going to ask you to tell me if our audience with Q's Blue World is international. What would you like to say to our international audience?
The international audience, I would say explore all of the artists around you, not just the people that you know, but maybe friends of friends, maybe people that you see online or people that you do see in person. If you are walking down the street and someone's busking, give them a few minutes of your time and see what they have to offer you and listen to their music or their poetry. If you're someone that is flipping through a magazine and you see an artwork or a published piece by a writer that you haven't experienced before, give them some of your time, read through it, see what they have to offer and support them in that way. If you see someone at a festival and they have their own table and their own vending opportunity, give them some of your time. That's what I have to say.
I'm going to add something else. Give them some of your time, but if you were moved at all, give them some of your money.
Absolutely.
Because, oftentimes we don't pay attention to the fact that our hearts and our spirits are being nourished. And if you are experiencing that by providing a little remuneration and support for that artist, you're giving them another opportunity to touch someone just like you.
Absolutely. And you know what? Sometimes it does not cost you that much money at all.
Yes.
These capsules are $4. When you buy it, you are contributing because 100% of the proceeds from the project go back into the project. So that means I can commission more and more artists as people buy capsules over time, and hopefully this thing can last forever.
So this is a super cool thing. You're not asking the artist to consign with you.
No, not at all. So the whole point, I received a grant through the Arts Culture Heritage Fund. It's a grant service offered through the City of Windsor. I asked them for money to purchase the vending machine, and then I revamped it a little bit. I did get a curatorial fee, and then the rest of the money went entirely to paying these artists. So they were commissioned up front. They all get the same amount of exposure because of it being randomized and you're not choosing whose artwork that you get. And then they also get to interact with these audiences that they may not have been able to reach before. But we're not asking them for their labor without them getting paid up front, and I think that's important too.
Yay! Thank you so much. I have a question. My brother again will say, do you have a question for me, the Blue Mermaid?
Question. Let me think. If you were to create artwork to put in the Tiny Art Vending Machine, what would you create?
I am very, very familiar with the art cards movement. So I would probably, and the first thing that I would think about is the art card format because it's so tradable.
Yeah.
So not only do you collect something, but if you think that somebody else would really enjoy it, after you just enjoyed it for a little bit, you can share it and trade it with somebody else.
100%.
So I would probably do an art card format. Now, having said this, with the art card format, I have done sculptures on top of it, so it becomes like a relief sculpture or three-dimensional things. But yeah, definitely in that size because it's something I feel like it's small enough and it's so immediate enough that it can be shared without a lot of pain.
Yeah, 100%.
So that will be probably what I would do.
Very cool.
Yes, thank you. What a great question. 2 sentences. Your last blessing to the world.
My last blessing to the world. Don't be afraid to reach out and say hello to someone, whether you know them or not, whether you know about what kind of work that they are making or what kind of thing that they're putting out into the world. Saying hello is the first step to learning something new and meeting a new friend.
Excellent. Okay, crawl over here again. Hey everyone, this is Kemlyn Tonbappy, aka the Blue Mermaid with hues, blue whirl, bringing you've got to meet Kristina Bradt. And she is a curator. So think about what a curator and how cool it can be to come up with art projects that bring communities together and artists together and to promote a sustainable artistic world. All right, you all take care of yourselves. Hug!
This is great.
Whoops. I want one of these.